I'm Luke from Staden Financial Management. In this video, I'm going to try and convince you as quickly as possible that you should try to top up your national insurance contributions from abroad as an expat. Because if you have lived in the UK for a 3-year period, continuous 3-year period, or have paid 3 years worth of national insurance contributions and were employed or self-employed before leaving the UK and are currently employed or self-employed, then you should be able to top up with Class 2 national insurance contributions. Now, why do you want to top up national insurance contributions? Well, because they are tied to your state pension entitlements, and you need a minimum of 10 years worth of national insurance contributions in order to receive any state pension, and in order to receive the maximum payout, you need to have 35 years. And as of today, as of now, you can currently contribute missed contributions all the way back, going back to 2006. You will stop being able to do that in about a month's time on the 5th of April. Unfortunately, though, it's not a question of on the 4th of April you decide, hey, I want to do this. You have to apply to pay in advance, and the turnaround time for the application to being able to pay, well, in my experience, was 26 days, so almost a month. I applied on the 2nd of February this year, and I got the letter saying that I could pay on the 28th. That is a CF83 form. And the reason that you want to top up using Class 2s as an expat, which you can do if you fill those criteria that we listed before, is because it costs you this year £179.40 to top up missed contributions. However, when I did my application and I was told how much it would cost me to pay back missing years, I found out actually for many years it's only £163.80. Now, remember that, it's either £163.80 or £179.40. Well, for every single year that I've topped up, that will add to my state pension entitlements an extra £328.64 every single year, meaning this investment will pay itself off within 7 months of retiring, which means if you look at an average life expectancy in retirement of around 20 years, which is what you can normally imagine it being, the total returns on this investment beat pretty much every stock market and every stock market return over a 20-year period that's ever really been in existence. And not just to mention the returns are really high, the risk itself from the investment is also incredibly low, because what this represents is giving the UK money in return for a promise to pay back money towards you in the future, which in terms of how you can look at it, it's pretty similar to a risk profile of a UK bond, one of the safest investments you can make in terms of being sure you'll get your money back. Now, the reason I've tried to explain why you should invest as quickly as possible, remember, just to put it in perspective, I just want to reiterate here, you're spending, let's say it's the higher figure, £179.40 in order to get £328.64 every year for the rest of your life in retirement. It's essentially a no-brainer. The reason I've tried to explain this so quickly is because after next month, you can only top up missed contributions going back 6 years. So if you're someone who left the UK a long time ago, or just more than 6 years ago, then this is really your last chance in order to top up missed contributions. And the process might be a bit confusing, because if you look online and you log into your HMRC website, you'll be directed to call the Future Pension Centre. That is a Kafkaesque nightmare which leads to nowhere. You'll call them up and you'll never get through, and they'll hang up on you repeatedly, and all that will really happen is you get angry. Best case scenario, you skip that step and go directly to the next step, which is filling out a CF83 form. Now, you can either fill this out form online if you have a government gateway ID. If you don't have that, you can print out the form and mail it in directly. After that happens, you'll wait an exceedingly long period of time, so about 4 weeks, before receiving a follow-up letter, which will detail, just make sure I don't show my national insurance contribution, my national insurance number online. I think I'm safe. Well, it show you the dates you can top up and how much, and give you instructions on how to proceed. The point of all of this is that this is pretty much the best investment I think anyone can make this year. And you also need to start applying to make this investment really within the next few days. So please, if this applies to you, I would start applying today. If you are confused by the forms at all, you can schedule an appointment. There'll be a scheduling link in the description of this video. But it really is in everyone's best interest who can top up national insurance contributions as an expat and pay Class 2 to do this as soon as possible. I think topping up at Class 3, which are over 5 times more expensive than Class 2 contributions, are worthwhile too. But expats are weirdly in this unique position where they can pay the lowest cost, and every year of national insurance contributions counts the same as any other year. I can't encourage this enough, and I have a webinar which there's a recording of somewhere, which really kind of explains why this is a good process. But time is of the essence. Get started today. I'll put links in the description on how to move forward.